Hello, Internet, so nice to see you. Every one of us guitar players is terrified by making mistakes on the instrument. Imagine you go on stage, big crowd, you go up there, you start playing, and you hit the wrong note. That's in everybody's nightmare. But guys, making mistakes is normal when you play an instrument. Making some mistakes, okay? I make mistakes all the time, and of course, I correct them, no problem, and of course, I try not to make them, but it's quite normal. I'm telling this to you because I've seen people deathly terrified of making mistakes on their guitar, so much that they cannot enjoy playing it, okay? But there's more. Recently, I had a student ask me, how do you sound more in a style? And after I just listened to him, and you're going to see it in a minute because I'm going to show it to you, you could tell that what he was playing was a bit stiff. And why it was stiff? Because he was afraid of making mistake. This whole fear of making mistake was preventing him from sounding the way he wanted. And this is probably going to happen to you too. The moment you start being afraid of making mistake, you lose a lot in expressiveness and emotion in your playing. So how do we beat that? How do we start to sound more expressive, but make less mistake and not be too afraid? Well, in a moment, I'm going to show that to you. Okay? Before that, though, let me recommend one of my free offerings. I want to recommend to you this free ebook about 18 tips to make your pentatonic solo sound professional. It's free, completely free. If I can say so, it's quite good. I would suggest anybody, whatever your style, to get it and put this in practice. Read it. You're going to go through this very fast, okay? And every tip has the potential to completely change your playing for the better. That's that. End of the infomercial. Let's go and see how you lose your fear of mistakes and how you learn to sound more in your style with the expression you want to, the expressiveness you want to have. I recommend you guys pick up the guitar, maybe follow along and listen to all the example. And you can totally see the difference from beginning to end with the student and how different it sounds from beginning to end. Let's go. Let's see.
To use an analogy, I want to sound more like a native speaker rather than like a foreigner of jazz. You know, like I'm just playing notes of a scale. I want to be able to speak the language more.
Okay. I can teach you how to fake it convincingly.
Great.
I'm not a native jazz speaker. I make a fairly convincing fake jazz. Okay. But I mean, there are tricks that you have to see. The only way to really get a style is to listen to hours and hours and hours of that music until you feel it. Okay? But there are elements that we can put together. So, since I have no idea about your playing skills and accent, how about we play something? I didn't hear any chromatics.
And mostly just in the scale.
Okay. Is that a choice, or is it because you don't know how to use chromatics?
Yeah, I feel like I don't know what else to do.
Okay. Let's start with the simple stuff. Okay. First of all, swing as much as you can. Okay. Timing is always the first thing you want to get it right. Okay. So I want some kind of extreme swing here. Okay. Now maybe the backing track I was playing was a bit too straight ahead. Okay. So I'm gonna go with something more lazy and extreme swing. Okay, so that mistake you make, sounded more jazz than anything else you played. When you got the wrong note and you slide on the right one, that was jazz, at least to me. Okay,
Jazz.
it's whenever I say these, some people are offended, but I don't mean this in a negative way. But jazz is a style built on mistakes because it's all improvised. Mistake happens, you learn to recover and make them sound right, and all those things became part of the language. Okay, so I mean this in the most positive possible way. Okay, because nobody else before were able to do that. Okay, so I think those people that developed this were absolute geniuses. Okay, which means you have to make more mistakes. Okay,
Great.
So now, what is your thinking process right now?
When I'm playing,
Yes. Are you thinking scales, arpeggios, chord notes? What are you thinking?
usually just thinking about hitting the right notes, making sure I don't make a mistake.
Okay, let's go with that.
Like diatonic notes.
Okay, so try to do this. Occasionally, every other chord, don't hit the chord note, hit the note 1/2 step below, and then the chord note. But give it the time, meaning don't go like, go. Give it some actual time. It's not an embellishment, it's an actual note.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Like on the and a 4? For example?
Anywhere.
Anywhere, okay.
Anywhere. Even on 1.
Okay.
Even on 1. I mean, it can be on the upbeat. It can be on the downbeat. The idea is to get comfortable in having some note that sounds strange at first. And you know that you're going to resolve them, the note after. Okay?
Yep.
Now, you are have my permission right now to make all possible mistakes. You have my permission to suck. You have my permission to sound horrible. But do push the boundaries, okay?
Practicing
1,
sucking.
2, 3, 4. Better, to me at least. Now, here's the thing. Every now and then, I hear that you're stopping and thinking. Don't. The idea is this. You're on top of a mountain, and somebody pushes you.
Oh, God.
Yes. Yes. And now you have to run until the mountain ends. Otherwise, you fall.
Okay.
Okay, so the idea is you start with your momentum, and whenever you don't know what to do, just keep going, hit some notes, hit chromatics, hit whatever you want, and furiously thinking of where you have to land, okay? But don't stop the momentum. Try to try to put something, and if you don't know what, just fake it. Okay?
All right.
Make sense?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, I'm not telling you what I'm playing. I'm not telling you what key am I. You close your eyes so you don't see what I'm doing, and you try to follow.
Okay.
Completely by ear. Okay? Close your eyes. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah. Cool.
I have no idea what I played. I just put random 251 and something else. You have no idea what you played. Did it sound okay? I mean, there were a couple of goofs up minor hits here and there. That's part of and parcel of this kind of playing. But we didn't need much planning theory, etc. Even just following your ear, right? And whenever the note was wrong, just pivoting and finding wherever you could go. Put an arpeggio, put another arpeggio. It works, right? So it is good on one side to go study those arpeggios, study how those things fit together, trying to hit the chord note. It's good. But at the same time, you have also to let go and let your ear and the musicality dictate what you're doing and to help with the rules. It's good to have 1 foot here and 1 foot here and balance, okay? Yeah. Otherwise, it becomes too stiff.
Yeah.
The first thing you played was not bad at all, but it was stiff because you were too preoccupied in finding the right note. Like I said, not make mistake. Okay? Make mistakes. Who cares? Okay?
Yeah.
Right?
Great.
Feeling better now?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Fantastic. Thank you, Patrick.
Yeah, thanks so much, Tommaso.